Yes, my people. We're live again with another video on Vibes from the Six Eagle Talks Football. You already know what it is. Let's get the show started the right way. Arsenal are going to be playing up against Everton at home. We need to win, and have people been overreacting with Arsenal? Also, do me a favor, guys. Please do hit that like button on the video right now, because for some reason people have been telling me they're not getting the notifications sent to them for the videos, so please do hit that notification bell. We're also going to be talking about midweek, what happened in the Champions League, what happened in the Europa League, what happened in the Conference League. Chelsea just look like they're going to dog walk that Conference League. I'm not going to lie to you. Liverpool, will they slip up as they have Fulham at home this weekend? Honestly, I don't expect Liverpool to drop points. Do you? And then Man City, who've been on a terrible losing streak, are going to be facing Manchester United at home. Surely they're going to win this game. Am I wrong? But yeah, let's get the show started, ladies and gentlemen. Please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button. Big up Coop in the building. Big up Coop in the building all the way from there, my guy. And we got Bridge Nation in the building. Chelsea fan first. Ahmed in the house. Ahmed, your team, they look like you're going to walk the Conference League, bro. That's going to be the easiest trophy you picked up in years.
That's what I was saying, man. You know what I mean? That's free trophy in there. That's guaranteed, man. Banked, delivered. Big up to the young lads that went out to Astana. -11 degrees is not easy, man.
I'm not going to lie to you. I thought you guys were joking when you said you're guaranteeing that trophy, but it looks like it's guaranteed almost. You guys always win whenever you're in anything besides the Champions League.
Of course it is. Of course, bro. Listen, Chelsea, we're probably, other than I would say Liverpool, the most heritage when it comes to European in Europe. And I mean, we always bring the gold for the UK. There you go.
Yeah. Now, but you guys do have the flukiest Champions League in Premier League in Champions League history.
Listen, man. At the end of the day, man, Champions League, man. You know what they say? A ring's a ring. There we go, man. A ring's a ring.
There you go. Okay, next we got Vader in the house. Vader, you got a terrible losing streak. You cannot lose to your rival Manchester United off the back of all these terrible draws and losses to all these other teams. Pep Guardiola is going through the worst losing streak of his career. And at this point, you just can't seem to find a solution. It's crazy, bro.
Okay. First of all, thank you for having me on the show. Yes, I'm on the move. Yes, it's cold out here in Toronto. But I'm not going to let you misuse or redefine words. The losing streak, in terms of Champions League, yes, it started, but there's no losing streak. It's one loss. All right. Now, if you want to talk about wins, the amount of wins I've had recently, yes, they haven't been many, but there's only one loss. So one losing streak is what I'm dealing with right now.
Wait. When did you last win?
My last one against Forest.
How many games ago was that?
3 games ago.
And then when was your last win before that?
My last win before that was...
You can't remember.
He's trying to find the win.
I'm trying to remember my last win.
That's crazy, man.
I'm just saying, when it's that deep, bro, it's big pause. It is a situation where you got
a situation, but don't boost it more than you need to. It's not a losing streak.
This is not being boosted by anyone, bro.
You're boosting it. You said I'm on a losing streak.
Yeah, you are. Do you know what's happened to your team lately? Did you not lose? Did you not lose to Tottenham? Did you not lose to Bournemouth?
I broke the losing streak with the win versus Forest. No, you don't use the word streak. If you want to say I'm on a bad run.
One second. Did you not lose to Juventus, Liverpool, Tottenham, Brighton? If I'm not mistaken, you lost to Sporting, Bournemouth, Tottenham again in the cup. Bro, it's not looking good.
Yes, but it's not a streak. Don't use the word streak.
And then I forgot the 2 draws also. Crystal Palace.
What Vay is saying is currently 1 win in their last 10. That's what he's.
I know. But when Man City are undefeated, and they have 70 games where they're undefeated, they include those draws, do they not?
But there's a losing streak, and then there's undefeated. You want to talk.
You include this, right? You include this. All competitions undefeated, 70 for Rodri, right? But when it comes to your losses and drop points, you don't want to talk about it.
No, I do want to talk about it, but don't call it a streak.
It is a streak.
Igal, you can't have a win in the middle of a streak.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
but
we're now fighting over semantics.
No, if you want to say I'm 1 win in 10, I'm with it. But don't talk about I'm on a 10-game losing streak. I'm not.
No, I never said you're on a 10-game losing streak. I said you're on a bad run of games, and maybe I chose the wrong word. So
yeah, you did use the wrong word.
If you want to say in the last 11 you have 1 win, fair.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Or if you want to say 1 win in 3, which is the case the last 3 games, then yeah, fair.
I don't know why you're going such a small sample size, because we now have a large sample size.
I'm doing the Arsenal. You know how you like to pick
The
a certain time frame.
The Man City thing is 70 games unbeaten, but all of a sudden when it benefits you, it's 3 games.
Okay, so let's do 70 games and now add the 10. So
let's do the intro properly. Let's get Rack in there.
Yeah,
Rack
let's
is
get
also
Rack
in his
in
car. Rack, are you
Yo.
parked up? What's going on?
I am parked up now. And I'm just gonna back my man Vader. You know, it's not a 10-game losing streak. It's a 6 out of 7 Premier League winning streak. If we're going to talk about sample size, Vader's got a sample size there, so I'm going to back my man Vader.
there you go. In the Prem, I'm 8 and 14. 8 wins and 14.
You know what I need? I need the people in the chat to do me a favor. Please do hit that like button and get involved. Let us know what you think. Should we say Man City on a 10 and 1 win, 1 win in 10? Or would you say 3 games where they've only won 1 game? I don't know.
How many games have they won this season, by the way? I know it must be like 6, right? They've won this season.
They have.
I've the same amount of wins as you, Ahmed.
I'm assuming the league, right? I was asking. Sorry.
Yeah. Same amount of wins as you.
Chelsea have more wins than you, don't they?
What?
Do we?
Do they?
I would assume so, no? Because we're second in the league and you're obviously 4th. So
I have 4 losses. I figure I'd had more losses than you did.
Chelsea have 9 wins. You have 8. Me and Arsenal, both our teams have 8. The thing is, you have 4 losses, 3 draws. Arsenal have 5 draws, 2 losses, and Chelsea have 4 draws, 2 losses. So not too much separates the 3 of us. The thing is, what separates us from Liverpool is quite large. Liverpool have 11 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. Rack, how you feeling about your team? A little break, not too much football, and it seems like everything's gone your way still.
Look, on paper, I should be feeling refreshed. You know, we had a little bit of a no game last weekend, but Slot called it in his press conference today. Like he said, you know, I expected my team to be a little bit more refreshed, but actually, in the Champions League, it wasn't a great performance, and he was. I think he was fair to be critical about it, but you know, I think it's also good man management, because to criticize your team after a win, it doesn't hurt so much, but it gives you a little bit of a pick me up, you know. So yeah, I think that was good man management from Slot. He gave him, you know, a little bit of a boost up, but also said, you know, you need to do better. So we've had a little bit of a break. Hopefully we can do the business against Fulham. Unlike some teams.
You know what I said? I said to Hussam, you should thank us.
I had to.
You should thank Arsenal. You don't have to go up against Bassi. But then the guy started laughing. He's like, "Who's Bassi? Like, why?"
You know what's crazy, man? Listen, Dario, man. The way the Liverpool fans talk about Fulham, listen, it would not surprise me if this game's ending a draw, man. Sometimes, man, you just bring your own luck towards yourself. That's something
I reckon if you did a survey of Arsenal fans before the game last week, even since most people wouldn't know who Calvin Bassey is, where he played, or which team he played for. All of a sudden, because he's missing the Liverpool game, they've made him to some kind of like central defensive colossus. And now, without them, how are Fulham possibly going to survive?
He's their
I heard he's the bad guy. He's the bad guy defender for Fulham.
Calvin Bassey is a terrible defender. I'll just be honest.
In the last week, I guarantee you've mentioned Calvin Bassey's more in that week than you have in the rest of your life. Say it's not true.
I actually mentioned him more in the AFCON. Just saying.
Oh my God.
Anyways, next we got Amad Diallo's lawyer, Ahmed, in the building.
Ahmed Diallo's lawyer's here.
What an intro.
What are you saying?
They got
Bro, what happened to you guys in the Europa League?
The court is now in session.
Listen, big up, man. Man United, biggest club in England. Yeah, shout out to everyone. Big up the comment section.
Surviving Pilsen.
Big up the panel.
One second. Ahmed,
Man,
talk
you
to
make
me.
it sound like a Netflix documentary.
That is a Netflix documentary, man. That is their football club.
What are you saying? What are you saying, Nigal? What are you saying?
I need to
Episode
know
1.
what's going on with your players, bro. There seems to be some leaks. There seems to be some infighting between Garnacho and Amad Diallo. Like what's going on?
Basically, what's happened? Yeah, basically this is what's happened. Yeah, Garnacho is a shameless player. He tried to push it onto Amad. And you know why? You know when another guy, when you play football, yeah, and you're in your team back in school, yeah, and you used to get the gas, but now you see another guy coming onto the team. He doesn't like, but basically, Amad Diallo is getting the flack of Garnacho's incompetence, bro. That's pretty much it, innit? But Diallo's innocent. Yeah, I'm here to confirm that as Igal, I'm his lawyer. Amad Diallo's innocent, bro, and Garnacho is the culprit, and he needs to leave Man United because.
Oh my God!
He needs to leave Man United.
This AI stuff is crazy, bro.
Check this out. The AI stuff is hilarious. Someone said Mark Goldbridge.
Oh my God!
With the brown envelopes. Oh my God, that's brilliant.
No, but you know what's mad though? You know he was liking tweets about Lissandro Martinez like making a mistake. He's been liking tweets, so this is defo him. It's defo him leaking. So, he's done it under the other manager as well.
Bro, I seen the actual somebody actually posted the conversation that was going on.
Yeah.
To the point of screenshotting the text and posting it, and it's like,
is that true? Is that real? How does anyone know if that's
apparently
real?
It's real.
Currently, I would say currently we're in the allegation stage because obviously, he's obviously alleging this. He's brought out some so-called evidence. So I think we're in the allegation phase, isn't it?
But his brother Roberto Garnacho, yeah. If you actually look at his tweets, he chats a lot of nonsense. By the way, he likes bare tweets and he talks a lot about. He I think he was bantering Nicholas Jackson. He was bantering Haaland. He was bantering some of our own players as well. So this Garnacho thing, yeah, it's been happening before. So it's only a matter of time. It's getting exposed, and I'm happy to see it, man.
Wait. So somebody who exposed it was actually this account.
Morgan, wasn't it? Morgan.
Who's Morgan?
Yeah. Morgan is basically. I've seen this. Morgan is basically.
Who's Morgan?
Morgan Freeman, No.
No. Because 1 second, he's the United fan. I'm asking him to educate me. Who's this Morgan guy, and why is he the one?
Morgan
is he a fake account?
He's not a fake account yet. He's got loads of followers, but he's basically he puts out lineups like whenever the game is about to be played, and then apparently he's got inside information from Garnacho. So if he's not playing. Garnacho leaks the lineup to Morgan, hence why he gets it right. Do you get what I'm saying? So apparently he's been in a group chat, and then
Morgan works with the United stand.
No, I don't know about United stand, but I know he's got inside information to Garnacho and whether he's starting or not. And this screenshot Gal's putting up about him saying, "Oh, you effed me over." Apparently, one of them snaked him in it, so that's why he left the GC, and now he's getting cooked by bare sources. So, like I said, bro, United. It's like the Kardashians, bro. Bare drama these days.
Is that why you're wearing a Real Madrid kit now? Is that like if you're gonna learn?
Listen, This kit, yeah, bro.
You're gonna learn to Real Madrid.
No. Listen, bro. This is just a top in it that I found, bro. I'm telling you.
All right. So as we're waiting for Jay, we're gonna cook Jay on what happened midweek and Ange Postecoglou potentially being sacked in January. But before we go any further, I'm just gonna ask you guys some quick questions. As there's a little bit of Arsenal news. We got to talk about City. We got to talk about Chelsea. And I think the best place to start is just let's get some of the fake news out of the way. Arsenal are linked to a player, and you guys, some of you guys might laugh, some of you guys might cry, some of you guys might say this is ridiculous, but Alphonso Davies is linked to Arsenal today, as he's also linked to Manchester United and Real Madrid. He's a free agent. Liverpool are also looking at him. There's multiple clubs looking at him, but Arsenal have apparently entered the race as. The Athletic have reported today that Arsenal are one of the teams monitoring the situation, as Arsenal have always looked to improve their left-hand side and view Alphonso Davies as one of those key players that could improve our left-hand side. So with Real Madrid, Manchester United, Liverpool also sniffing around, I don't know if we end up getting him, but what do you guys think about that topic first? Alphonso Davies to Arsenal. It's crazy, yeah?
I just listen. Obviously, I'm one of those guys I think he's a great attacking output guy. I think he's improved vastly in terms of his defensive work. I just don't understand why you'd go for him. You just brought Calafiori again, recently. You've got Timber there. You've got obviously and stuff like that. So it doesn't make sense to me per se. Does that make sense to you? Like, I don't really get where he would fit in your team because you already got 2 other guys right now. So it's the math is not mathing for me. It's not even like I would say it's not even like because obviously Athletics reliable. I just don't see how it works. If that makes sense.
Arsenal fans in the chat, let me know. Would you take Alphonso Davies, or do you think it's pointless, or forget about pointless? Do you think we have other priorities to focus on? What are you saying, guys?
Bro, Alphonso, yeah. I don't see him going to you lot, not because I can't imagine him going to Arsenal, yeah, because he's either this whole thing about United and Madrid. I think he's either doing this for a new contract at Bayern Munich, or he might land at Madrid, because I know we're trying to get him in as a wing back. I don't think you guys. I don't think left back is a priority for you in it. At the end of the day, like
I agree.
Even though I don't think Calafiori is a left back, but you know it says a lot that you guys don't really rate Zinchenko. So there's loads of different options for you lot at the end of the day. And
couldn't you say this is ambitious, showing that we're continuously trying to improve?
Nah.
Yeah, you can do that. I mean, I'll answer it this way. I think in terms of a signing, it's a quality signing. The fact that United Ahmed can't really see the move, that's one thing. But the player, the profile is quality. And I think he's better than whatever you have right now. He's better than Calafiori. He's better than Zinchenko. So if you guys were to continue to look to upgrade and sell Zinchenko, or what you would do to kind of properly manage the books, makes sense to me. And again, hey, obviously, I'm going to come across biased as a Canadian, but Alphonso Davies, that's the signing I'd want at my club.
But I think that's my question, like, who's your current left back? I'm out of
Gabriel.
Gabriel, no? Right now, he's the one that's playing at least in that position the most.
Okay. So then
Gabriel has been amazing for them.
Shift around in terms of your central defensive pairings. There's talk about people potentially leaving. You could maybe see Guardiola shifting into the centre, and maybe Davies.
Yeah.
No, but
my issue with the Davies and Arsenal fit is then the Calafiori signing, and then even it kind of starts becoming a bit confusing, because like, what was the point of getting Calafiori? Because like Timber, what's it called? Alphonso Davies still had 1 year remaining in his contract. You might as well have just brought him outright then, rather than get.
I always find it funny when I got Chelsea Ahmed talk about having a surplus of players. It's always funny to me. Like,
I'm just saying, listen, but the thing is,
that's like me saying, why do you have
no? But the thing about Chelsea,
why do you have Joao Felix?
But the reason
why do you have Neto?
I have, well, that's not true, because I can justify my signings usually. One thing I will say though, that for me, at least at Chelsea, when we got Renato Vega, it made sense because I need a backup.
Right now, do you know Arsenal have had 7 defenders out? Our last game.
Okay, then when all these defenders come back in, what would you say? Who goes where then? That's what I would say to you.
Zinchenko's not good enough. Tomiyasu's injury prone. He needs to go. Kieran Tierney is not even going to get game time.
Okay.
Miles Lewis-Skelly is coming in and getting a shift at left back. We have not solved that left back position. As long as the team is continuously looking to improve the first 11 and they deem that left back situation a problem, if Calafiori was signed in the summer and we've already realized that we need to go and sign another one, then I am going to look at it, maybe it's a mismanagement of funds, but overall, I'm going to say they're going and trying to get one of the best players in that position. So I rate it.
But the thing is, though, with Arsenal, we know that they're not good in transfers when there's loads of clubs trying to go for the same players.
That's true.
Because, now this is not me bantering here, but if Madrid, Chelsea, United, and I don't know, Arsenal are all going for, not to say that Arsenal are useless here, but the thing is, it's going to be a lot difficult. Like, United will always offer the money, first of all. I don't think they'll break the bank to get him, yeah. So there's always the money aspect, and we actually do need a wing back as well, right? So Alphonso, the type of profile does fit in. With Chelsea, they've obviously got Cucurella, yeah, who's been
and Alphonso Davies a Chelsea fan.
One second. Nobody's sitting here saying we need another left back rather than a striker or a backup for Saka. I'm not saying that. I'm simply saying if we can get, I would rather prioritize getting a striker or a backup attacker. But if they deem that this left back will fix our attack a little bit more,
you could play left mid. You know, you could play left mid for you. Could take over Martinelli.
He could probably do a job over Martinelli.
He can actually do a job over. I'm being serious because I know for Canada, Villa can back me up on that.
I've seen him play for Canada there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Do you think he suits a back four though? Do you not think he suits more as a wing back though?
But no.
Yeah,
But I'm
he
saying,
would-
yeah.
He would suit your system better.
Yeah, but you know what it is? Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Alphonso Davies, I'm just gonna be like real. Even I'm gonna speak for my own self here. I think it's a bit out of reach. Like I feel like Real Madrid have really, they got the lock and key on that guy already, man. He's a Madridista already, like completely.
Yeah, I think
What
I
you should
agree.
be looking for is the
I
other
agree.
guy that's in AC Milan. That's the guy we should be looking for. I'm just gonna keep on. That's the guy. Yeah, if I could get, listen, I'm willing to throw career away for that guy. My personal opinion.
Oh, you're saying Theo Hernandez?
I would take like the attacking output wise, what he would give me is much better than Cucurella in my
But
personal opinion.
apparently Chelsea's not interested in Theo Hernandez.
I know, but I'm saying if
Real
you were ever
Madrid-
interested,
Real Madrid and
Yeah.
Manchester United are the two teams interested in Theo Hernandez.
Fijajes, man, Fijajes, bro. You know what I mean? I can't lie to you,
No,
boys.
no, this
these
is as good
guys-
as ketchup. This is as good as ketchup.
Yeah. Thank you. But
They're terrible.
I would say honestly, I think at Chelsea right now, I'm looking at right back. I'm just looking for a right back to be honest. So we'll see what happens. But I think
Fair
Paul's
enough.
decent.
Okay, let's get Rack's team. Let's talk about Rack's team quickly before we go into the Arsenal game and everybody else's games.
Mhm.
Rack, you guys haven't played in a while. You're gonna in the league. You got a week off. You're chilling. You got Fulham coming up. You won your Champions League game midweek by a lucky penalty. But overall, how you feeling?
Wow,
Let's point out a legitimate question, and just at the end, he puts a little bit too much thought on it, and it ruins it for me. I'm feeling all right, man. I'm feeling all right. Look, Fulham, they're not a bad team. They're a good team. They've got a solid base, and I don't expect them to make it easy for us. But we're playing at home, and it's the kind of game that we should be looking to win to press home our advantage. We're nearing the midpoint of the season, and if we can get to the 19-game mark and maintain this kind of lead over the rest, or even extend it, I'm looking to Everton. Come on, Everton, let's see what you can do. I'm happy, man. We're in a good place, so there's not really, as with most football streams that we do, right? When things are going well, there's not really that much to say. It's when things aren't going so well when people start getting in their own feelings and throwing toys out of the pram and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just here. This is the kind of thing that Ahmed would say. I'm just here winning my points, watching you guys kind of fight it out, and then whoever
Exactly.
becomes my main challenger, we'll deal with it as it comes.
One game at a time, man. Right, that's it, man. All you have to say, one game at a time, bro. That's it. 3 points at a time.
Yeah, that's definitely the Ahmed script. That's the Ahmed script.
1 second. So, what's your score prediction versus Fulham?
Sorry?
What's your score prediction versus Fulham?
2-0.
Okay.
Nothing too crazy.
Ahmed, what's more likely? Liverpool drop points versus Fulham, or they win 7-0?
Drop points against Fulham, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, drop points.
Yeah, because I thought like we're doing a bit of a disservice to Fulham here. I do think, listen, in general, I think Fulham have been, much like Nottingham Forest, have had a really great start to the season. A lot of these Fulham, I would say I put Fulham, Brighton, and Nottingham Forest in that class of like upper table clubs with who had a really, really good start to the season in the way they play and everything like that. I think, listen, it's going to be quite competitive. Obviously, if the Liverpool against Girona turn up, it's not going to be easy for them. So, listen.
Or if Fulham get an early goal, if Fulham go 1-0 up, they'll make it difficult.
100%. And so, listen,
the
of course,
can they apply the pressure though? Because Fulham,
I would expect obviously Liverpool to win, but again, I'll probably going to say the same thing about Arsenal. I wouldn't be shocked here if there's like a little cheeky 2-2 or like a 1-1 that occurs. Believe you me, that's what I say. But I think Liverpool most likely win probably like a 2-0, as Rack said. But I wouldn't be too surprised if anything else happens.
Ahmed, what are you saying?
Bro, I think they're gonna drop points, man. I'm telling you, bro. I'm seeing Iwobi here. Iwobi's gonna go.
Ahmed, the main reason you're here is to give Igal moral support. That's
No.
He hates Arsenal.
Listen,
He hates Arsenal.
Listen, I like Igal, but I just don't like I don't like Arsenal on it. He's spawn. But like I said,
but this is a question of my enemy of my enemy is my friend, right? Liverpool, Man United, we go way back. Arsenal, you may not like them, but you'll tolerate them for one game.
Scoreline? Let him land. What's his scoreline?
No. I'm telling you, yeah. I know Liverpool are on form, yeah, and they're doing well so far in it. But I don't believe yet that they're going to continue on this like for ages in it. I think they will drop off here. And with Fulham, they've got the players to hurt them, especially like I don't know if is Konate out by the way by any chance? Is he out?
Still out, yeah.
Yeah, right. And your left back is you play with Robertson, correct? Robertson is your So the thing,
Tsimikas injured at the moment.
all right, okay, yes. I think they've got enough attacking power, to hurt them. I'm telling you, The problem is, is that you can't give Liverpool a chance though, innit? Because they got Salah who can do something. He doesn't need to like turn up here and then and get a goal. By the way, he can just get a goal out of nothing in it. So you need to watch out for him. Obviously they've got some decent players, like Van Dijk is there as well. They've got Gravenberch. They've got good players, but I just believe that Fulham can do something. Smith Rowe. I know he's been having a decent season. Iwobi's on form. Listen. It might be a bit of hope here, but I believe in it. I believe in Fulham, man.
I believe,
man. That's my team, bro. I need it to happen.
First.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Nigel? You saying Liverpool win? What are you saying? I know you got to take.
Liverpool slap Fulham. Don't forget, Bassi's out. They slap Fulham. Bassi's out. They're lucky. Anyways, let's get this show started.
You've mentioned that's the fourth time in this stream you've mentioned Calvin Bassey. Listen,
I didn't even say his name correct.
I didn't even say his name correct. Calvin Bassey was.
Don't forget, Reece Nelson's also injured. So
listen? Let's give you a little podcast, guy. Yeah, where did Calvin Bassey play before Fulham? There we land.
What is that? What's that noise?
This thing is like work. I think you should change the headphones. I was just gonna say quickly, yeah. So incorrect.
Somebody in chat said Rangers.
That's the club he went to before he went to the club that he went to Rangers. So that's the club before that.
Was he? What league was he in?
He's in the Davies. He was in Ajax. I was gonna tell you.
Oh shit!
He was playing for Ajax.
Was he not like at Leicester or something?
No, it was obviously he was Ajax before Fulham. Then it was Rangers. And then I forget the club before Rangers, I'll be honest.
But all right, let's talk about Chelsea then while we're waiting for thing to get back. Chelsea, bro, you're gonna walk the Conference League. We already spoke about that.
Big up the Conference League, man. It's not easy, man. I haven't can attest to like not being at Astana, bro. It's hard, isn't it, bro? It's hard, isn't it, bro? Mad hard.
Yo, can I ask you a question? Do you feel like you guys are somewhat media? Do you feel like your Chelsea are somewhat?
Actually, lost Astana, bro. Be serious.
do you feel like Chelsea are somewhat media darlings at this moment in time?
Chelsea media darlings. Nah.
The way I see people talk about Cole Palmer, the way I see people talk about Chelsea, it just to me it comes off like they're
Chelsea
begging.
Media darlings, yeah. It's crazy.
Carragher rips into Chelsea.
Media darlings, yeah. Is if you tell any Chelsea
the blue bottlers.
Listen, Chelsea, yeah. We are yeah. There is listen. I've always maintained, yeah, the media hates Chelsea, and I still stand by that statement 110% of the time. They may like players. Listen, Drogba, he always gets shown love all the time. Lampard's another one. John Terry definitely not. You know what I mean? Petr always gets shown his love. You know what I mean? They will show a lot of the players at Chelsea love, but that Chelsea FC, you will never see them show love.
Carragher hates you a lot. To be fair, he hates you a lot.
It's not even just Carragher. This is like something that's been like it's time in memoriam. I would say, bro. It's like a general thing about Chelsea. So like, if you say like it's Palmer media, darling, I would actually say I would agree with you 100%, bro. Like,
okay. So do you feel like the Cole Palmer? Is it English tax? What do you think it is?
I don't listen. Obviously, as with any good player that comes out of England, or even any other media. If this was like a Spanish player, like Rodriguez, how he gets paraded around everywhere, for example, in Spain, I think it's just that. You know what I mean? Obviously, there's a little bit of that. There's obviously a little bit of the fact that I think something that's happening a lot in football is that obviously we kind of get the throwback to these players that are able to beat them 1v1, a little bit of the juggle bonitas, I like to call them, essentially. And that's the sort of thing that a lot the media really likes, bro. Like, we've kind of had an era of football before this, like I'll probably say from like 2017 onwards, that since Pep's come in, where it's become so methodical, right? We've just had players that work in systems. So that's pretty much what I think it's come down to, man, Igal, honestly speaking.
But the thing is, yeah, with Palmer, it's justified, the gas that he's getting. And that's not because of his output here. I always look at it like this here. I always look at a player here. What can you do with the ball? Put stats to our side here. What can you do if you don't get the goals or assists here? Mm-hmm. Palmer, like, if you look at all the England players, the reason why he stands out, he's got this nonchalant behavior about him where that no pressure phases him. And I know people say, "Oh, he does this celebration and it's cringy." And bro, think about it, yeah. Like even in the Euros in the final, that he scored them that goal as well. He is someone who, you know how like most players are system based now, and everything's about the system. He, in whatever circumstances you put Cole Palmer, whether that plays on the right, playing the 10, even if he wants to play in the false 9, play him in a defensive setup, mid setup, attacking setup, he will thrive regardless. Because the thing is, people were saying last season
He didn't thrive at Man City, to be fair.
But he never got the opportunity though at Man City though. He never got the opportunity consistently, like a Foden, like the other players, like a Rico Lewis. I think with him, that's why he wanted to go on loan. He said, I never wanted to leave Man City. I just wanted to go on loan to get more game time. That's why Sancho left when he was at thingy. With Cole Palmer, he will thrive, and he's a very adaptable player, because last season said, he had so much freedom. That's why he did well. We'll see how he does in a structured system. Maresca's come in, he's put on that system, and he's still performing. He might not get the same GA, but the impact that he gives to his team is second to none. And he's very you can't replace him. You can't replace him for what he gives you.
That's what I said to Lewis, but Lewis tried to tell me if Cole Palmer gets injured for 8 games, we'll just put in Joao Felix.
I'll be honest. I don't think.
Did you see that clip?
I saw that clip.
I actually don't think Lewis is kind of wrong in that though, because I think if you look at the way we play now, we are actually less reliant on him than ever.
Yeah.
I'll probably argue. We are literally less reliant on him. In the system that we play right now, we are less reliant on him, bro. Like, there's been games where Felix and Palmer have played, and we've literally just played our attack through Felix completely, not even through him. So at the end of the day, I don't think we're as reliant on as maybe, for example, you guys are on Saka. I would argue, because part of that has to do, in my opinion, with the addition of quality that the club has actually added to the team. That's what I think has changed the game.
So, you know what's interesting is in terms of squad building, one thing Chelsea have done is, look, there's something that's arguably a little bit confusing, in the sense they've bought a lot of players who play in similar positions, who are of a similar level. Now, most people would say that's a bad thing, because who do you pick? Can you have a settled system under that thing? But then at the same time, you have got a scenario where Joao Felix, I was glad actually that Chelsea didn't buy him last time round, and I'd hoped, because I thought that he had the potential to become a very good player in the Premier League. Maybe Atletico Madrid, you want to talk about structure, that definitely wasn't getting the best out of the Simeone structure, definitely wasn't. But now you can see, like, actually they've got Pedro Neto, who I would probably say is their first choice, but if he's not playing like he didn't at the start of the season, Sancho's there, who's probably not a massive drop off, a similar equivalent quality, at least reputation wise. Whether these guys will all turn out to be successful or not, it remains to be seen. But they've also same with Palmer and Joao Felix. What's kind of interesting is they seem to have secured some of these kind of so-called backup players on actually quite good deals. So they're not costing him. You're not paying, Sancho, I don't know, 200 grand a week, 250 grand a week to be a backup. I don't know what kind of deal they've made with them. Whether they've, Man United are still going to be paying, some kind of, funding it somehow. But they've actually assembled a decent squad, and it's not crazy expensive from what I understand anyway.
Yeah. You know what? Chelsea play Brentford this weekend, and Brentford is a team that has been able to take points off them in the past couple of years. Do you think that you'll be able to get over that like thing that the last couple of years they've just been able to get points off you guys, and now it's like finally you think you can get the better of Brentford?
Yeah, sorry, is this Ahmed?
Yes, it's Ahmed.
Yeah, so
Go on.
Listen, I've said to you guys before, I know a lot of people are saying, Aston Villa, Tottenham are going to be the hardest part of your upcoming 10 fixtures. The upcoming fixture are being serious, of Brentford at home and then Everton away at Goodison is going to be make or break for the season, in my honest opinion. And I stand by that statement 110%. With Brentford, we've never beaten them at Stamford Bridge ever, since they've come up. And Everton away has always been a very hard fixture for us on a personal note. So, listen, I think against this Brentford game, I feel we can win this game. I'm gonna actually go for a 3-1 against them. I feel like we've got a lot of momentum. None of our top players went. Even our backup guys on the bench didn't go there.
So you're guaranteeing a win?
I would say most likely we should win that game for the first time. I'm really confident for the first time ever to beat Brentford at home for the first time in the league. And if that happens, boys, listen, game's changed, man. The game's changed in my first.
Are you in the title race?
I would say right now, yes, we are in the title race. I
Do you think you can get finished in line?
But you know what I would say is that the way I put it, we're in the title race, but I don't know if I can finish the story. That's the way I always put it.
Fair enough.
I don't know if I can finish the story.
Ahmed, you wanted to say something? I was going to go to Arsenal quickly before we go finish off with Man City, Man United.
No, I don't mind. I was just going to say with Chelsea, yeah, like I've always said it with Chelsea is that if they beat Burnley, I think they're in a title race regardless. But they should actually, from what they've assembled, yeah, in terms of their attackers and their squad and how good their managers. I'm not saying they should win it regardless, yeah, but I'm saying you should look at the teams around you on how City have fallen off. On Arsenal, their football's not the same. And if you look at your competitors in that league, you can't look at yourself and be like, you should be able to, like, you know what? My team is actually good enough to win it. Whether you can win it or not is a different story. Because we know Liverpool, I've always said with Liverpool, they've had a great start, but I don't think Liverpool and Chelsea are far off. I think the level is literally there. It's just a minor difference, but that's all I was going to say.
I'm just going to say Chelsea are here to stay. You guys are a serious team. And to the people who are saying you're not in the title race, you're never too far away from being a really good team. Yeah. And it just takes the level of investment that you guys have done. Some of the investment you guys have done is quality, man.
You know what I will say? You know what I want to say, man? I appreciate all these nice comments, you know. It's a shame that Vea's not also like, you know, my fellow Real brother's not adding to the hype. Shame about that, Vea, but you know what it is, man. Damn, you know what I mean?
Wait.
Crazy, man. You know what I mean?
If
Bro,
there's ever
you better see this guy and Lewis in group chats. They message each other, tough loss today. Like, what the hell's going on? The Blue Brother connection is nuts.
Crazy.
No, the Blue Brother connection is proper. I mean, unfortunately, I've seen several weeks where Ahmed hasn't been moving like a Blue Brother, and now he wants me to talk about his club like a Blue Brother. You gotta pick, man. You're all over the place. But with regards to this game, and I find it a little funny. Yes, Chelsea are in the title race. Of course they are. Look at their close proximity to being top. Look at how they're performing to the clubs that are behind them. You're in the race until you're not in the race. I mean, that's overly cliche. The quality that's over at Chelsea, the fact that, and they don't want to acknowledge this, no Chelsea fan will acknowledge this, but last season, to close out the season, Poch had them on a very impressive run. Poch had them closing out the season very well. So Maresca's doing his thing. I'm not taking anything away from him. But this form, this should be in the mix, this should be competing, was shown by Poch. So credit to Chelsea. This win versus Brentford should happen. I think Ahmed said that it's like, what? You say like do or die to the season or something like that?
Yeah, man. I was on the say that, but you know, the reason why I would say that, Vea, we've never beaten them ever at home. They've always beaten us at Stamford Bridge.
All right.
You know what's funny? What's funny is that Vea said Poch to walk so Maresca could run. That was a mad one.
Hilarious. People in the chat, do me a favor. Give me your score predictions for Chelsea. I think Chelsea beat them. I'm going to go with 4-1 Chelsea victory. Chelsea just scored a ridiculous amount of goals.
Mamma mia, man. Mamma mia.
What do you guys say?
I'm going to go... I think this might be a little bit of a score fest. I don't have much confidence in Chelsea's defense. Very similar to mine.
You're saying 4-3 or something?
I'm seeing like a 3-2. Like when the opposition has the ball, I'm watching with like entertaining eyes because Chelsea's defense, Chelsea's keeper, that's some fun stuff. I'm worried when I'm watching my club and the other team has the ball, and I have that same tension when Chelsea don't have the ball. So it'll be one of those. I think it'll be a 3-2.
Yeah. The rest of you guys want to give a prediction or you don't have thoughts on the game?
I think Brentford from set pieces could give them some trouble, you know, because Chelsea central defense is a little bit on the weak side. I'd still have Chelsea favourites, and I'd probably say 2-1, but I can see them putting some strong aerial balls in, and then we'll see what
You know what's a fun
Colin-
fact, boys? Do you
Colin
want to know a
discussing.
fun fact about Brentford? This season, they've not won from home. They've only got all their wins from home. It's a little cheeky fact right there. For them.
Yeah, they haven't won away. You're right.
That's a long streak's
an
got to come to
interesting
an end
stat.
sometime.
But the
mate.
way Chelsea Ahmed's talking about is like Stamford Bridge was their second home. So
That's what I'm saying, man. This is vibe, man. It's a big battle. It's a big battle.
All right.
Listen,
You know
this
what?
might be the new battle of the bridge. You know.
All right, guys, let's quickly go through the next one. Jay couldn't make it today, so we're just going to talk about Tottenham quickly. First of all, does anybody update on Ange? Do you think Ange is going to get sacked, guys, anytime soon?
I actually think it's gonna happen a lot sooner than people realize. You know what? I thought, when you were saying he's gonna get attacked, I wasn't in belief of it, but I truly believe, it won't happen in December and it will happen in January. It probably happen, what will happen is, they'll get to January, they'll try to get him signings in air quotes in my personal opinion, because you know what Spurs are like, but then I think at this point it's declining, if that makes sense. It's declining.
Yeah.
So,
and also, they play Southampton this weekend. Let's be honest. Southampton are going to give them like 4 goals. We know they're going to beat Southampton. But the real question is, they're currently sitting 9th, or is it 9th in the Europa League? Like, they're not even qualifying with the first 8. They're struggling.
They're in the the one where
Timo Werner got called out by Ange Postecoglou if you didn't see it. So he called him out. That is very dangerous to do with calling him out publicly. Also, the players could turn on you, and they've done it before with other managers. And in that same press conference, if I'm not mistaken, he said something across the lines like he implied that if things don't get better, he might just leave.
Yeah, but hold on. Why is calling out Timo Werner a problem?
It's not the problem is not calling out Timo Werner. The problem, because he's saying what everyone else sees. The problem is calling out your players publicly could lead to a mutiny, and it has in the past at Tottenham.
You know what the issue is? Let me reply to you here, Vita. Yeah, I think sometimes, when you're in a really bad, kind of straight, the situation is not getting greater. Calling out your players, listen, calling out Werner is always justify my personal opinion, but when you calling out players like this, it can create a toxic environment. That's what I would probably say, particularly when the situation is also toxic. So it furthers the toxicity that occurs, in my personal opinion, particularly in this day and age.
Yeah, it could, but then it could also have the other effect where it's a kick in the butt. Unfortunately, and I think maybe only Rax and I can relate to this, is there's too much pampering. There's too much coddling. Sometimes you have to challenge a player with some tough love or with the criticism to see how they respond. All of this, pat on the back, everybody gets a trophy nonsense. Timo has been poor. If you're gonna call him out, or if you're gonna challenge him to have to play or raise his level, do so. If the locker room's gonna crumble because of it, they're weak to begin with, and Ange is better off not being at that club.
Yeah, he said if it bruises your ego,
to some extent, though,
get on with it.
To some extent, it's a little bit sad, but Werner is an easy target in the sense that he's on loan. If they really don't see a future for him, potentially they may be looking to get rid of him, send him back in January. So I understand what you're saying. It's a risky maneuver depending on how popular he necessarily is in the dressing room and all this kind of stuff. But he is also a loanee, and it wouldn't surprise me if this was an avenue by which they could get him back off, send him back to Leipzig, right? He's on loan from Leipzig, it may just be a bit slightly political as well.
That's what worries me, man. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes, bro, if he had done that to a Maddison or stuff like that, I actually think that sends a much stronger message, because he's someone, if we be honest with Maddison, that's not living up to his standards. Timo Werner, at the very least, Rack is saying, bro, we can kick him out in Jan if you want to, bro. We can terminate the loan and keep it pushing. But with a guy like Maddison, why are you not pulling him out? Pedro Porro, another one that should really be getting cooked, because all of the goals that get scored are happening through his side.
By the way, we all agree Southampton is going to get slapped up by Tottenham.
No, they're going to draw. In my passport, I think Southampton's going to get something.
Bro, okay, it's time for graphics with Igal. If you don't know, Tottenham I don't like Tottenham, but Tottenham win possession in the final third the highest in the Premier League. Southampton give away the ball in the final third the most in the Premier League. It's asking for trouble, bro.
Yeah, that's a deadly combination right there. I think it does favor Spurs. I think they've shown all the criticism that Ange gets. Why are you playing this high line? Well, the reason why he plays the high line is because he condenses the pitch and he makes it tougher for teams to play out. That's actually going to be a good situation for how he's playing against Southampton. And then to also
Ahmed forgot his game versus Southampton. You guys won the ball so much in their third.
Yeah, but then they were down to 10 minutes at one point in time as well. So
Southampton's getting slapped. I'm saying Tottenham win. They come back. They get gassed. You're gonna have Deji saying my club, and he's gonna be talking about playing sexy football again. And then they're gonna lose the following week.
Southampton are easy, bro. Southampton. No, I'm saying, like, I remember the game. We beat them 3-0, I swear. That's when.
Oh, you play them in the. This is what's going to happen. They're going to beat Southampton 3-1 or 3-2, by 3 goals, right? And then they're going to play Manchester United in the Carabao Cup and lose.
Oh, Tottenham, yeah, that'll be hilarious.
That's how Tottenham are.
They're the biggest bipolar team I've seen in my life, by the way. Like, 1 minute they'll beat a team that you don't expect them to win, and then they'll just lose to a team that you think they should be winning.
1 minute they're 2-0 up versus Chelsea, then they concede 4 goals.
Exactly. That is the life as a Tottenham fan. I feel for them, man. It must be very hard these days, man.
Yeah. You know what? Enough about Tottenham. Jay's not here. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it. Ange got him sick. Let's just talk about Arsenal quickly before we go into the final game. Gabriel Magalhaes is back. Arsenal are going to be playing at home versus Everton. I don't know about you guys, but I'm very confident. I'm saying Arsenal is going to win. I'm saying I'm expecting us to get at least 3 goals. I'm going to actually do a whole match preview at 10 o'clock with Deo and Gunnar Sol. So I don't want to spend too much time on this game. But my prediction is a 3-0 victory. Injuries or no injuries, Gabriel, no Gabriel, I still expect to beat Everton, and I expect them to have a really good performance. With us dropping points against Fulham, it kind of relieves pressure off us. We're a little bit lower down the table. We're not looking at Liverpool.
Does that relieve pressure off you? That's not true.
It does. Wallah, it does.
Wallahi, don't, bro. Come on.
Listen to me. Dropping points in the manner that we did versus Fulham, it's kind of like now we just need to work on ourselves. We're not focused on other people. Where I felt like with Liverpool not playing on the weekend and Arsenal playing after everybody else, we kind of were like pressure was kind of on us to perform, and we didn't perform. So I'm looking at, even though Arteta coached a good game, the players were not clinical. So I'm looking at home versus Everton sides has been poor. Usually we're decent at home, and I'm expecting home cooking. 3-0, clean sheet, no problems. Get Saka and an Arsenal defender in your fantasy team.
I listen. I actually think this.
By the way, I do think there's been major overreactions after the Fulham result, and I'm including myself in that.
Right,
too many overreactions.
You know what I would say is that, in my personal opinion, how do I say this in the nicest way possible? I think Everton, and Sean Dyche have got a plan for you, bro. They've been able to sit somewhere for 2 weeks, plan how to beat you.
Does everybody have a plan for everybody?
I would say, bro, in 2 weeks you gotta have a plan. If you've been doing nothing for 2 weeks, you gotta have something in the kettle. No, or what are we saying? I'll ask a question. So I'll ask it. Now they've got something for you, bro. I truly believe this could end in a draw, and I would probably say 2-2.
I gotta say, Ahmed's talking with his London hate right there. Like, yes, Everton had 2 weeks off, but they had a week where they had to prepare to play against Liverpool. So they spent all that time getting ready for that derby because they were ready to punish them for the last time playing at their house. But they had to wait, and kind of now they're going to redirect that energy in terms of the game versus Arsenal. Everton are still Everton, man. I think Arsenal still have too much for them. I think Arsenal catch this win. It's not going to be any type of beautiful looking, sexy looking football. It's going to be probably a nasty 1-0 or 2-1. Like, Arsenal win this.
Everton, your enemy. What are you saying? Everton.
I missed a little bit of the conversation, but
I did hit. I cut off on the bit when you were saying that now that Arsenal have dropped a little bit back, we can focus on our own game. But you're in the same position and you're on the same potential points gap as you were 2 games ago, right? Before the Newcastle game, you were 9 points behind. Now actually you're 7 points behind, but we've got a game in hand, or 6 points behind with a game in hand. So there's no difference now necessarily than it was 2 games ago. I think Everton, they're on a decent run at the moment, but they're only ever 1 result away from getting pammed. And Arsenal might be the team that do the pamming tomorrow. It wouldn't surprise me if you spanked them 3-4-0, to be absolutely honest.
And then Ahmed? Man United, Ahmed, you there?
Yo. What you saying? My bad. Listen, Arsenal are going to beat Everton, bro. I feel like Arsenal are going to beat Everton. Everton are useless. Calvert-Lewin, I don't even know the last time he bagged a goal. Their defense is shambolic. We played them and we slapped them 4-0 as well. Brentford is awful as well. Defensively, they're a mess. And Pickford is not a good goalkeeper. So this is going to be an easy stat padding session for them. Easy stat padding. This is going to be like 3-1 or 4-2 or what. It's a big scoreline for Arsenal. So I see them winning this game. Do you get it?
Why was Gabriel out? I didn't quite.
He's injured, isn't he?
Gabriel's been injured, bro.
But but what happened? What happened to him? I don't get it.
Honestly, I don't remember exactly what injury he had. Let me check.
He went off. Right? He went off in the middle of a game against. I can't remember who it was.
Gabriel was doubtful due to what injury was it? Let me go on FootMob and check because I forgot exactly what the issue was. I know Partey and Moreno's injuries, but Gabriel's injury, I always thought it was just like precaution.
That's his 2nd injury of the season, if I remember correctly, right?
Who for him?
Yeah, wasn't that the 2nd one of the season?
Oh no, it was just physical discomfort.
That could be anything.
I mean,
that's what it says. It doesn't specify what the injury is.
No, physical discomfort could be anything.
I know, but it doesn't specify what the actual injury is.
No, I get it. It's difficult to know the actual reasons, right? But
that sounds like one of those injuries.
He's back in training.
Yeah, that injury report sounds like one of those just before international break type injuries, but
it doesn't specify what his injury was. I'm trying to look into it. It was a muscular injury. Hello? You guys hear me? It was a muscular injury. Anyways, enough about that. Let's get into the big game. Ahmed, you gassed. Do you think this is the time where you're gonna go beat Man City in a derby in their own ground?
Yeah, we're beating Man City, bro. Listen, none of this.
You hesitated for a second.
No, I clicked on the mute button by accident on my mouse. Now we're beating Man City, bro. Listen, I'm not scared of Man City, by the way. There's not a single player the way I look at them and I'm scared. Manchester's red. It's always been red. Yeah, do you get me? I'm not scared of them. Yeah,
wow,
we're gonna come to their ground. We're gonna come to their ground here, and we're gonna beat them. Their defenses are awful. Yeah, their midfielders are not turning up. Their attackers, they don't concern me either. I know we have our defensive problems, yeah, but I'm not gonna go to this game and be like, oh my god, my team is not the best. I'm scared. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna back my team here to beat them because this is the best time to be playing Man City. You could also say it's the best time to be playing United, yeah. But form goes out the window when it comes to derbies, innit? So I'm not going to look at the form wise. I'm going to look at it that both teams need this dub. Both of them. City are in a title race, yeah. If they want to continue with this title race, they will need to beat us. Now with United, this is a huge. Even though we're not playing for anything, but this is just because we've been in the slumps here. We need something in it. We need something for the morale. We need something for like the confidence, so we can carry on for the next game. So both teams are going to want the 3 points. So my prediction here is that I think we're going to beat them 2-1 at their ground. I know they've got some players that could hurt us in transition, and with our leaky defense and how Onana's been acting lately, it does concern me in that aspect here. But I don't go into Man City with fear in it. Like I actually go in there like, yeah, I can see us getting a win there. Because if this was at Old Trafford, I wouldn't be feeling this confident, because every time we play Man City at our ground, we don't do well. But at their ground, we can get something out of them. So
That's
yeah, man.
Backwards thinking, you know.
Huh?
That's crazy because Man City at their ground have been like undefeated for like a long time. I know they lost to Tottenham, but for the longest time, Man City at their ground have been
Is that a
one of the
streak?
best
No, is that
teams
a
in the
streak?
And
world.
plus,
Is that a
and
streak
plus,
or is that
Ahmed United's
just a
confused.
blip?
Ahmed United's confused. He's got it in reverse. Usually, playing at Old Trafford is where they get a result, where we don't get a favorable win. At the Etihad, it's been pretty comfortable. It's been pretty steady with what we tend to do. This I feel comfortable. I feel confident. It's cute. It's cute. I didn't expect United Ahmed to say anything differently. You know what I mean? Obviously, he's got to speak with chess for his club. I wouldn't expect any other United fan to speak differently. But I think there's a lot of nervousness, and maybe it's not at the surface, but it's definitely there. Ahmed may not admit it. Other United fans may not admit it. But this is a debut. This is like an audition for their manager. This is the manager that they all wanted, and they're like, get Eric Ten Hag out of here. He's a bum. He hasn't been good. But underlying is Eric Ten Hag's gotten results with arguably a worse squad than what's about to face Manchester City. Eric Ten Hag has gotten a result against the Manchester City that are in way better form than Ahmed is about to see on Sunday. This is the worst Manchester City in a very long time. Eric Ten Hag, that bum of a manager, got a result against this City that were better. So United fans are looking at this manager like, yo, he's supposed to be it. He's supposed to be able to deliver. We've been talking him up. If he does not catch a win versus this City, there's going to be a lot of eyebrows, a lot of doubt that's going to creep into this manager.
Wait and see.
Not really, because not really.
I respect it still. He flipped it.
No, but you know what's wrong about what he's saying? Yeah, he's talking about Ten Hag, and you know what he's doing? Yeah, is that basically what he's going to do? Yeah, I've figured out his tactic. If he wins, if his team wins, he's going to say, "See, Ten Hag was never the problem." Even though that Ten Hag has been here for 2 seasons, he's had his transfer window, he's had all of his players, and this guy who's just came in, Amorim, who's inherited Ten Hag's team, is not going to get everything patterned up within 4 games in the start. Yeah, at the end of the day. When we played you lot, yeah, I'm pissed off we lost to Arsenal. Everyone said Arsenal are going to slap Man United. They're going to slap them 4-0. This is an easy dub. The first half, we showed signs, yeah, that we actually broke you. We actually stopped your guys' attack. And we didn't allow Arsenal to play to their game. So clearly, even if he does lose, there shouldn't be any question marks about the manager and Amorim. It's about how he plays, first of all. Because if you're talking about a result, we can easily play awful under Amorim and get a win against Man City, but that doesn't mean that Amorim, that was a great game plan. City could easily play better, but we just nicked the win. It's about how we play, yeah? Results and performances go both in hand. Both matters, yeah? But in this game, I want us to get the result. And if we lose, I'm going to be annoyed, but let me see how we play in it, the performance. Because Amorim's beaten Pep already, yeah? I know it was with different set of players, and the players that we have might not be as good as theirs, but the plan, he's sticking to his plan, he's sticking to his system, sticking to his formation and his ideas. And we have to see, this isn't a managerial issue. This is a lack of quality issue that Man United are facing. Do you get it? So
but you got Rashford, you got Mason Mount, you've got Garnacho, you've got Ugarte, you got Delict, you got Masraoui, you got Delo.
We've got decent players in this team. We've got decent players in this team that can hurt Man City on the break, because we know with Pep, yeah, he's not this adaptable manager that's going to play pragmatic. He's going to play his way or no way. But the thing is, what can you do?
Pep's not adaptable. Okay.
He's not adaptable. He's not adaptable, Pep Guardiola.
I would actually argue that's a fair point, though. That is a real, actually a lot.
His plan A is so amazing.
Good. Yes.
His plan A is so amazing, and it's been amazing throughout his whole career at Barcelona, Bayern Munich.
Oh, stop this waffle! Stop this waffle! How is a manager not creating inverted fullbacks, not playing with a false 9, playing with the striker, doing all this, not an adaptable manager? What is happening here?
Madrid have lost most of their players. Alba's out of the season. Rudiger was out as well. Courtois, they had their main goalkeeper out. Vinny was out. Who else was out? They had very major players out, and they're still in the title race, and they're still performing. They're still in the Champions League. They're not falling off like that. So
I'm still in the Champions League. I'm still in the title race. I'm 2 points off Arsenal.
You just lost to Juventus. You just lost to Juventus.
Yeah, but no, you're not 2 points off Arsenal. How many points? You're 4 points off Chelsea. There you go. Cheeky little wink.
I see that. I like that. I like that. Listen, there's no out of the title race. There's no out of Champions League. Obviously, there's still more games to be played. Let's relax with all this. And with regards to this upcoming derby, the reason why I want to mention what it means with regards to looking at both managers, looking at the players, is we have the weakest. Is there any doubt? Is there any doubt that this is the weakest city?
Yes.
Ahmed, United
No doubt.
Ahmed, is this not the weakest city?
Weakest in what sense? You're out of form. What do you mean weakest? What do you mean?
Oh, this is
Yes,
like
this is
this is like the current worst version of City under Pep. That's what he's asking.
This is the weakest form you've seen City. That's the point I'm trying to make. The players that you're about to face, or the players that you're taking into this derby, arguably are better than previous ones that Erik ten Hag had, who got a result.
I mean, who's missing? Who's missing from your team that you have now that you had back then? Who's missing? Because Kevin De Bruyne's back.
Ballon d'Or players missing.
That's one player. Who else?
Julian Alvarez, who used to be here, is missing.
He's not even here, Alvarez. He's at Madrid. You have to talk
No. But are you asking me about who's not able to play that played in previous derbies? Is that the question?
Yeah, the ones that are still here though at Man City. The ones that are still here, not the ones that are sold.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have defensively. I'm gonna have no Stones, no Akanji, no why am I forgetting him? No Ake. In my midfield, I'm gonna have no Rodri. In my midfield, I'm also potentially not gonna have any Kovacic, although I need to see tomorrow who's in training. So other than that, things look pretty calm with regards to this season. But I brought up the fact.
Yeah.
X, you can head out.
Was it park?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Other than that,
Rico Lewis as well.
well, Rico Lewis is the fraudulent red card, or double yellow red card. He shouldn't play.
Oh, you don't complain about those, you said.
I'm not complaining. I said it's a fraudulent one. He's not playing. What do you mean? But Ahmed, my whole point, United Ahmed, my whole point was the strength of this Manchester City, who you're facing, is the weakest in previous derbies. The strength of United, I don't know who you're missing. I don't think who really is missing from your squad. I think you're very healthy now. Coming into this derby is probably the most favorable you've had in previous derbies.
Would you say this is the weakest Man United side?
What? No. Why would I say that?
No, I'm just asking your perspective. Do you think this United team here that we're playing right now is at its very weakest? Do you think from previous seasons? Would you say it's at its weakest? Because the thing is, Man City recently has been so good. So you saying that this is the weakest Man City time, even at your weakest, you can still do something because you've proven it before recently. Your standards was very high back then. The Centurions, the one last season where you won the treble, it's so high. So saying, oh, we're at our weakest, it's basically going from grade A to grade B. Do you understand? But the level is still high. So you saying, oh, okay, I can go. Yeah, we are playing the weakest Man City side, but with Man United, we've never been it's been fluctuating. Really,
you know what the issue is though, Ahmed. Yeah, I get what you're talking about. At the end of the day, I think if we're being honest, the United side that you're playing right now, I don't think it's your worst United side. I would actually argue, you know, the side where you had it was Pogba, Rashford that won at City. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? Yeah. That was one of your worst sides, I'd probably argue, in my personal opinion. That's probably your worst side, I'd say. But listen, you know, I do think Amorim is kind of big under pressure, and what I mean by that, is that Amorim, you know, he's doing a system, yes, he's doing all that stuff, but in football, the reality also is we are in a business, right? And what that means, you got to start winning, particularly when you're a top team, right? And so my worry for Amorim is that, you know, if he's not able to get wins under his dirt sheet as soon as possible, what is that going to do for him in the
Man United fans would be stupid to turn on the manager.
Not even just United. I'm not even just listen. I'm not even talking about United. I'm just talking about also Ineos, United, and everything that's included in that, in my personal opinion. So that's the thing I do worry about.
You know what it is though? Shall I tell you why Amorim? You know what it is, You know with Amorim, I'll always back a manager as long as they implement their system, and stand by their principles, That you've got my support right there straight away. The thing is, the reason why they shouldn't be turning on this manager currently, is because the reason why the mess that we are currently in right now, the mess that we're in, is not because of Amorim. First of all, this could have been easily avoided had we got Amorim in the summer and sacked Ten Hag last season, yeah? And he could have had a full preseason, bought the players he wanted, and then we would be playing much better, and we wouldn't be in this mess. So he's in a very sticky position. He's joined an unstable Man United side that has been playing the worst football post-Ferguson year. So he's coming to a very, very difficult job. Difficult, but not impossible. So yes, he does need the results here, but let's say if he loses to Man City, but we played well. I think us United fans will be fuming because we lost to a big team, yeah? But we're not going to look at it and be like, oh, Amorim's time is ticking, because what's going to happen here? You need to let this guy do his thing. Now, I'm not saying ignore results. You have to obviously take it into account. But that's why I want to see the game first, because with the Arsenal game, I was fuming that we lost. But the way how we lost, I'm not too annoyed. Do you get it? Because there were signs there. So it's all about choosing the right players and, capitalizing on City's weaknesses. You got Højlund, who can run in behind, hurt City's defense. You've got Mason Mount, who can press the life out of Man City. You've got what's his name, Casemiro and Ugarte to provide stability in the midfield. So it's all about getting the players that we have that we can hurt Man City's weakness, which is their defense. They lost 4-0 to Tottenham. If Tottenham can beat Man City, then I'm not going to look at it and be like, oh, we can't do the same as well. Do you get it?
No, but Tottenham have been able to beat Man City even when they were at their best.
Yeah, but Ole always got a result against Pep, to be fair. Ole always
this is the point I was making. You didn't want to hear it when I was talking about Amorim. This is the point that I'm trying to make. When I watch you on all these other panel shows and you talk about how crap City are, how poor our players, how rubbish they are, how incomplete players they are, and now you have a strong United, you have Amorim, and you're talking about if you don't get the result, that it's not really looking at the...
He's cutting off, by the way.
He's quitting like Kyle Walker in defense. Big up to
Yo, don't talk bad about Kyle Walker. He's had a rough week, man.
Bro, Kyle Walker, big up to him, man. He should be putting up pictures of himself dressed as something, yeah. Clearly be bro, on Instagram, bro.
The Man City Twitter account officially blocked all those fans who were posting those memes.
Okay.
My issue, listen, like sometimes, of course, a lot of it's obviously going to be it's obviously toxic and a little bit of banter. Let's not get it twisted. Gronk, that little AI stuff now that's doing like pictures of players and doing stuff is crazy. But what I would say is just that as a footballer, man, you just got to realize, bro, social media is just not it, bro. Let's not even go into it at all. Just log off. Honestly, that's the best word I've used for any footballer. Just log off.
That's why I don't read a lot of comments. I try to respond to the majority of them.
Yeah, man.
But the ones that once I see like one or two words I don't like, I just don't. I switch off.
Yeah, man.
100%. But the thing is, Egal, you're going to be a United fan this weekend. Because you want United to win.
Oh, the whole Red Cartel are United fans. Are you crazy,
bro? I like the fact Man City have been dropping so much points, but I really don't care. At this moment in time, I don't view Man City. I don't view Man City as a serious team this year.
Wow. Are you gonna take that, man?
Wow,
Yo,
they've gone from dropping points a couple times where you got to take the opportunity where you can to banter them, to now it's like, yo, Hamza dropped points. Do you want to make fun of him? Nah, I'll be back next game. That's what it is.
Egal is sitting down, but this man's a stand-up comedian, because how is he trying to talk about he's not worried about City, he's not concerned? Listen, I heard this type of same confidence in a different way, obviously, last season when he's seen poor form.
Bro, I've heard you gotta admit, this is not normal.
I know it's not normal, but to doubt us again, right? Because you've done this a lot, Egal. You as a man
shown this season.
Hold on, let me finish. See, you do this. I let you speak. I let you drop your comedic lines. Let me just say this.
I'm not a comedian, bro. I'm dead serious.
Well, that makes it even funnier, because you continuously doubt us. You continuously doubt City. And I know this is different, right? We're another year, but I've heard you doubt us before. So
bro,
again,
even you doubt your own team. I seen you on the terrace after the last game.
No, there's no doubting. I'm not doubting my team. I can
question if this team can do anything in all comps.
No. I question whether we can win in all comps or pursue all comps like we have in previous seasons.
So you're doubting your team's ability to compete on all comps?
Igal, why would I expect my team to compete on all comps?
So then why would I expect a team that won one game out of their last 10 to do anything?
Because it's Manchester City. You're forgetting who we are. That's the point I'm making.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know what I mean? Because that's starting to sound like because we're Manchester United.
No, but the thing is, Vita,
you sound like the people you used to make fun of.
Yeah,
no, but
bro.
Vita,
No. Hold on. Let me just respond because one second. I'm not speaking as
Now you're
if.
rattled.
No, I just want to respond because I say something, then Ahmed says something, and then Ahmed says something, and you cut me off from making the point that you first said. So I'm not speaking like any previous.
Apologies.
No, we're good. We're good. I just want because Igal knows how he wants to run. He likes to cut me off before I get flowing. When it comes to doubting my club, I'm not doubting my club. I'm looking at what we currently have situationally, and we can't battle on all fronts. So we're gonna have to pick and choose. If I'm gonna choose, I want us to do the very best we can in the league. Can we do that in Champions League? I don't believe we can. Can we do it in the FA Cup? I don't believe we can. We're gonna have to pick and choose the same way I wanted my club to pick and choose. When Liverpool were going on the quad chase, and I was like, no, let's prioritize the league, which my manager did, and we won that, which started this 4P. So I just want to point out there's no doubting of these players. If you want to doubt City on whether we're going to be in this title race, cool. Do that. That's calm. As terrible as I look, you keep reminding me. Let me just say this last thing. You keep reminding me about my 1 in 10. Igal keeps reminding me about my 1 in 10. And as crappy as that is,
you said it.
I have the same. I don't say it. I say 1 in 3. As crappy as that is,
you're out of the title race.
No, I never said I'm out of the title race.
You said it looks long.
Absolutely. But if I'm 2 points off you who are in the title race, I'm not out of the title race. You see what I'm saying? And as poor as I look, I'm 8 wins in the league. Yes, 1 win in 10. As crappy as that is, I'm in arm's reach, Igal. I'm in arm's reach of Arsenal, who are in this title race. So yes, I'm not doubting my club.
Okay.
It sounds like copium.
Well, you're the best at judging copium. So what did you have to say, United, on that?
Yeah. Did people call me a dealer?
Now you covered it. I was going to mention about the form thing. The thing is with Man City, yeah. The thing is with Pep, yeah, is that he's always had like a backup. Like, for example, if a player gets injured, like for like Fernandinho and the other 6 that you had, I can't remember. He's always had like options in it. So quality for quality. Haaland, Alvarez. He's always had that. Now the thing is with Pep, yeah, is that he's a very, very good coach and he's a very, very good manager, yeah. But also, yes, you can say all managers are like this, yeah. But he's heavily reliant on the quality of players he has in order to play his system. He needs that quality. Do you get it? He's not. When I said he's not adaptable, yeah, is that he can't do, for example, Carlo Ancelotti, for example. If Madrid are playing poor, they can do something out of nothing. You know, the players can bail him out. I think because your players are so reliant on his system. And there's not enough freedom yet in that team for players to do a bit of individual brilliance. For example, Phil Foden or Jack Grealish. Look at Jack Grealish when he was at Villa. He could take the game and do something out of nothing. Because it's so reliant on make sure you pass it there, make sure you pass it there, everyone in their position. It's very difficult for the players to show their personality on the pitch. For example, when you got Mahrez at Man City, Mahrez was very good for you lot. But when you watched him at Leicester, he had that freedom about him where he could just do something. And of course, that's Pep's philosophy. It's worked for him for a very long time. He's never going to change it. But that's why, like, with Liverpool, yeah, Salah can do something. With Chelsea, Palmer's got that individual brilliance that he can do something. Like, I'm not saying you don't have that brilliance, but you guys don't. Your manager don't allow the players to have that freedom. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah.
I always say City is like a car engine. I always say City is a car engine, and the players are just the different parts of the engine to make it work. That's all it is. You know what I mean?
Right now, the engine's failing.
Exactly, and right now the engine is failing. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, you know.
But if the engine's failing and the driver still wants to drive it without getting him fixed up, that's on City. Are they going to go and address it in the January? They kind of have to.
They've got no other option than to address it in January. Do you get it? So
I'm hearing grapevines. Pep and the board are going to try to address it in January. But do you think you're going to go and get a Zubamendi? What do you think you can do?
Zubamendi.
Listen,
Vader.
the thing of Veta right now, they need to. I'm gonna listen. The Bridge 258 is gonna say a hot take that a lot of the lads are not gonna like. Yeah, I actually agree with Veta to an extent that spending is not gonna solve everything for these guys, because I think the rot is much deeper. What I mean by that is that, you know, sometimes when you're in the dressing room, right? There's certain times in the dressing room
He's ready to
where
come.
the players need to leave in order for the players that they need to leave, and then you need to refresh. Bringing in more players is only going to make that situation worse, in my personal opinion.
Vader, why do you look so angry, man?
No, I just got off the phone. Yeah, sorry, I had to go off screen because I had to listen to the phone call.
Will you guys address it in January?
Yeah, I think we will address it in January. But I get so confused listening to the Bridge. Bridge Nation confuses the heck out of me because he's just telling me that if I go and get players in the January transfer window, that it might disrupt. Like, what? Like,
do you know what? Shall I give you an example there? Like, when the season we finished 12th, for example, right? So we decided, okay, we're gonna say after season, let's bring in a bunch of players, and everything like that.
Wait, a season we finished when? Where did you finish?
12th. The season we finished 12th. The season we finished 12th.
A season you finished 12th. Okay.
Yes, yeah. So remember when this is the January window where we brought Madueke, Mudryk, Enzo, Gusto, all those guys, right? I sometimes think, particularly one like a dressing room is towards its end. Adding new players to that in that toxic environment usually does not lead to a conducive environment. Does that make sense? It doesn't lead to you having that. That's why. So I know you say we shouldn't be spending too much to get to somewhere. I would actually make the argument. I agree with that take. Like you shouldn't be spending a lot in that January transfer and then just wait until the summer, and that's when you really blow it up. In my personal window.
I agree. Yeah. I agree. I think what happens in this January transfer window, and it's already set and sealed. We already have a attacking midfielder coming in. That's done. Right. That's been done for a long time. Echeverry. So South American River Plate. He's coming through late, or it's been signed from time, but he's coming through. Now, I just want to point out what we've been lacking. If you guys watch games, you take away your rival hat on. What we lack is some physicality and some legs in the midfield, mainly defensively. So one already set to come through, a second player to shore up the defense. And again, even if we look to maybe get another defender, because I'm dealing with defenders that are falling because of injury, I'm calm with that. That's not too much disruption. Maybe I'll message Ahmed to be like, how do I deal with a bloated squad? How do I deal with chemistry? But 2-3 players coming in when I definitely have players out because of injury already, I don't think it's too much of a conflict to keep everybody happy because there's players not able to play. But we'll see.
All right. Sorry, bro. My apologies. Go ahead.
No. I was good. I just want to also bring it back to this derby. Like, don't get it twisted. I need this win. I want this win. It's at the Etihad. You're asking me for a score prediction. I don't even know who's playing. I don't even know what my back line's going to be.
I know, but you're saying you're going to win, right?
I need the win. I said I need it.
Can you guarantee a win?
I can't guarantee a win. You keep reminding me I'm 1-10.
Okay. So you can't guarantee a win. You can't give.
How am I going to guarantee a win when I'm 1-10?
Okay. What would you like to see?
I'd like to see Holland. I'd like to see Doku. I'd like to see Bernardo Silva. I'd like to see KDB, Foden.
No Grealish.
No, I'm going to have Grealish to come off the bench. I have no choice. I have to play Kyle Walker. I don't have any defenders. I got to play Kyle Walker. I'm probably going to see a young academy player in Pusey playing center back. I'm going to see Diaz barking out orders, keeping that back line as good, as organized as possible. And we're probably going to put Gabriel to play that left back. The midfield could be all over the place. Pep might change that up. Pep might go, let me get KDB, let me get Bernardo Silva, let me get Gundogan, and I'll put Foden on the right wing.
So you're not giving any score prediction, just to be fair?
I'm going to say a win. Ugly win.
So 1-0, 2-1?
Nah, I can't keep a clean sheet either. Let me say 2-1.
Fair
Let me
enough.
say 2-1.
We got the answer at the end. I'm gonna go and say this is going to be a very interesting game, but I do see Manchester United still losing to Man City, even in this state. I still see. You know what? It's tough. Ahmed, you know what? Come back to me, Ahmed. What's your score prediction?
I'm
So I
gonna,
guess-
Chelsea, Ahmed.
I'm
Oh.
gonna say, listen, I think sadly, this. I think City is gonna have the same season as Chelsea did, where they're gonna become, where a lot of people are gonna get their first wins, in a certain amount of years against them. We had that 2 seasons ago, so I actually think sadly, United. I could see United getting an away win here, 2-1 United.
You know what? It's tough.
Miguel, your red heart is telling you a United win. Just say it.
Heart of hearts, I think it's going to be a draw. I don't see how United can go away to City and get a win, even in this poor form. I just think it's a derby. Man City players are going to show some heart. There's no way they're going to lose. If they lose, though, it's embarrassing and it's an absolute shame. And if Manchester United beat you guys with their second or their fifth game or whatever in charge in your own ground, it's embarrassing. But hey, there's going to be goals in this game. I see it being a 2-2 or if I were to pick a winner, I would actually pick Man City. I just don't see Man City losing to Manchester United in their own ground.
It's gonna be the best game of the weekend. It'll be the best game of the weekend, 100%. I know that.
Is it the game of the week?
It's not
Yeah.
It's not the final game. It's not the final game on Sunday, but it will be the best game of the weekend.
Nah, you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I could see the Chelsea Bournemouth Brentford game being more
Brentford?
entertaining. I think your game is going to be very tight.
Our game means something.
Chelsea always brings real hoops, man. Don't worry, bro.
You're going to have the two clubs that have the only two clubs that have been able to treble in this league. Like, it's going to be historic. It's going to be monumental.
No. Don't get me wrong. It's the game of the week, the game that everyone's looking forward to. But I don't think it's going to be the most entertaining game. Anyways.
No, it is. No, it definitely is. Definitely is. Don't do that.
Ahmed, I have one more question for you before we go. Rashford, 40 million. What are you saying? Piss take or are you taking it?
Bro, I'll take him for a meal deal, bro. I said this before, by the way. A meal deal. I'll take him for free.
That's his guy, Rashid, man.
Bro, like I said, 40 mil. If we get 40 mil for Rashford, I live
Would
in
you
Manchester.
be worried if you went to Arsenal?
Nah, I wouldn't be worried, man. Because the thing is,
Wow,
with Rashford,
disrespect.
Now, it's not disrespect, by the way, because you know what it is with Rashford, that this guy, I don't rate him, but the only reason why he's actually still been able to be at this club is because of the academy.
He's an academy kid, man, and he carried you like 2 seasons ago.
Nah, he didn't carry us to anything, man. Listen.
No, but someone told me Rashford has loyalty. He won't go to any other English team. He's gonna go to PSG or leave the
PSG ain't coming in for him, bro.
But you know what it is, though? I always hear these links with PSG, but I never see any action.
Because people view him as the Mbappe replacement.
But they already got their Mbappe replacement, bro. They got Barcola.
Barcola's not all that, bro.
Barcola's currently got 10 goals, if not 11 goals in the league for them.
Bro, I'm telling you, Rashford goes to that league, he shits on Barcola.
He doesn't.
I'm telling you. I watched Barcola play against my team.
I always maintain,
Timber had Barcola on straps. He made him look like a.
Barcola is a lot more. I would argue that Barcola is a lot more of a younger fella, than Rashford.
No, but 40 mil, you know what it is, though. Mm-hmm. Just to answer your question, 40 mil for Rashford, it might not sound a lot, but our biggest mistake is that we should have sold him when his market value was even higher. We should have sold him when he was 60, 70. But at the end of the day, things happen. There's no point looking at the past. We need to rebuild, and certain players, aren't a part of it. He doesn't fit as a striker, Igal. But number 9, he's not good as a 9. He doesn't work as a number 10. He's not this. He's not an Odegaard or a Palmer who's going to give them passes, and he's not a wing back. And plus 40 mil academy guy, and it's pure profit, just like Dove said. So man, we need to.
Any Arsenal fans in the chat taking Rashford for 40 mil? Chelsea,
you guys are soft, by the way. It's Martinelli.
Sanchez at home, man.
All right, enough said, guys. We're gonna wrap it up here. I'm gonna be doing a match reaction. A match preview with Deo and Souls right now, right after this. Big up Ahmed, the two Ahmeds, and big up everyone who's joined us for today's video. Catch you guys on the next video. Love for the love, people. You done know.
Big up.